I want people to remember Chrissy as such a great person who had an illness that is a terminal illness. Chrissy had bipolar disorder. People don't understand it. The mentally ill are shunned, and the people that have a mental illness have to live two different lives. With the public, they show that they are okay. And it's the families and people that are closest to them that know how much they suffer. Chrissy died by suicide. We've got to find a cure. That's my quest. And that's where I'm going to be working with NARSAD till the day I die.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from mental illness. NARSAD's mission is to bring hope for recovery, hope for a cure. We invest in cutting-edge research, research leading to extraordinary breakthroughs.
My daughter had been diagnosed with schizophrenia in the late 1970s. She would say the medications that she took were almost worse than the disease. So we wanted to know what caused the illness and what could be done to help her. We feel that's the only way we can help her if we supported research. A parent wants to help a child, and I thought the only way for me to help my child was really through finding out more information.
NARSAD has been one of the most powerful forces in really advancing the field of mental illness research and expanding our knowledge base in this area.
The NARSAD Scientific Council, in as much as it represents the best scientific leadership in psychiatric research, puts its approval on projects that are carefully screened, and therefore we're trying to get the research that will do the most or has the greatest promise.
NARSAD has been there to support me, to allow me to do things with flexibility that other funding sources wouldn't allow. I'm a neurologist and I study depression as a neurological disease. The goal of our research is that we will characterize brain circuits to really be able to treat depression like we treat heart disease.
The purpose of research is to change the lives of sick people. So those are the things that stand there as the guiding beacon for why one does this.
Why does this happen to people? And then when it does happen, what kind of early interventions can we do to stop things from progressing, to stop people from having to suffer for years and years and years like I suffered? The illness I have, it's called schizoaffective disorder. The first symptom that I had was the voices who were talking to me. I remember times when I would hear them in the classroom and I would run out of the hall and I'd hide somewhere and just close my eyes as tight as I could and curl myself up into a ball, and they would just scream and scream and scream, "We're gonna kill you, we're gonna kill you, we hate you, we're gonna kill you, you should die."
The main focus of my program is to try to translate how genes relate to risk for mental illness, particularly schizophrenia and depression. Genes represent the first absolutely objective insights to the mechanisms and causes of mental illness.
It makes me feel hopeful. The research that's being done by NARSAD, it makes me feel hopeful.
This has been an extraordinary period for biomedical research. From my perspective, at a kind of tipping point, the tools and the opportunities we have now in terms of where the research is giving us greater hope than we've ever had in the past. Recovery is a word we use now all the time.
This is not like just a little case of the blues that a person has. People are dying from mental illness.
We believe strongly that science or research is really the purveyor of hope.
We all have a path, and my path is to work with NARSAD to find a cure.